It was never supposed to be love. No flowers. No promises. No forever. Just a contract. 2 signatures. 6 months. Clear rules. No feelings. That was the only condition. But the heart doesn't read contracts. Amora needed stability. After her father's sudden death, she inherited debts she didn't even know existed. The bank was threatening to take the family house. Then came the offer. Julian Cole, successful entrepreneur, controlled, private, needed a temporary wife. Not for romance. For reputation. A business merger depended on him appearing settled. Investors trusted family men. It sounded ridiculous. Until he offered enough money to clear her debts completely. 6 months of marriage. Public appearances. Shared events. Separate bedrooms. And one very clear clause. No emotional attachment. Amora hesitated. But desperation can silence pride. She signed. The first weeks were awkward. They moved into his penthouse apartment overlooking the city skyline. She had never lived in a place that quiet. Or that lonely. Julian was polite but distant. They coordinated schedules like co-workers. Dinner with the board on Friday. Charity gala next Tuesday. In public, he placed a gentle hand on her back. In private, he barely looked at her. But late at night, she noticed something. He never slept well. Lights in his office stayed on until 2 a.m. One evening, she found him staring at old photographs. "You don't have to pretend when we're alone," she said softly. He didn't answer. But he didn't push her away either. One night, everything changed. She slipped on the marble stairs. It wasn't dramatic, just a twisted ankle. But Julian panicked. He carried her to the couch, his voice unsteady. "You could have been seriously hurt." His hands lingered longer than necessary. His concern didn't look fake. For the first time, she saw fear in his eyes. Later, as she iced her ankle, she asked quietly, "Why don't you let people in?" He hesitated, then finally spoke. "My last relationship wasn't a contract," he said bitterly. "She left when my company nearly collapsed. I learned something important." "What's that?" "Feelings make you weak." Amora swallowed. "Or maybe they make you human." Silence filled the room. But something had shifted. They started having breakfast together. Then talking, really talking. About childhood memories. Regrets. Fears. He admitted he admired her strength. She admitted she felt safe around him. The tension grew heavier. Not uncomfortable. Just undeniable. At a charity gala, a woman approached Julian. Beautiful. Confident. Familiar. His ex. She smiled sweetly at Amora. "So this is the temporary wife." The word temporary stung more than it should have. That night, Amora packed a small bag. 6 months suddenly felt too dangerous. This wasn't just a contract anymore. It was her heart. Julian found her near the door. "You're leaving." "This was the agreement," she said, trying to sound strong. "No feelings." "And?" he asked quietly. "And I broke that rule." The confession hung between them. He stepped closer. "So did I." She shook her head. "Don't say that because it's convenient." "I'm not," he replied. "You made this place feel like a home, not a performance." Her eyes filled with tears. "What happens when the 6 months end?" He didn't hesitate this time. "Then we tear up the contract." Silence. Heavy. Real. "I don't want a temporary wife," he continued. "I want you. Without conditions." Love wasn't part of the deal. It wasn't negotiated. It wasn't calculated. It grew in quiet conversations. In shared pain. In vulnerability neither of them expected. They started with signatures on paper. But they stayed because of something far stronger. Sometimes the safest relationships are the ones built on rules. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is break them. Because the heart doesn't care about contracts. It only cares about truth.